Hello everybody, GL1 here. Welcome to the premier online toy museum. And today I have something a little different for you. As you can see here, I have made Jurassic Park. And how did I do this? Well, more than a couple years ago, I took a piece of insulation foam. See this foam here? It was just a flat 2x2 piece. And then I took some insulation foam that you spray, insulation spray foam. I had used some and I had some left over, and I just swirled it around and made this mountain. And then I spray painted the blue here, and you could see it's textured. You see this? See how what's happened is the spray paint has solvents in it that dissolve the foam. But what's really cool is it made this textured look that actually looks like a rough sea. And it also affected, the spray foam too. So then I covered this in latex paint. I sprayed it, the blue is spray paint, but the latex paint does not eat into the foam. So that's how I got this green here. And so I had this square piece of foam with the spray foam on top, like I said, like 3 years or something, and I was using it in different capacities. And then today, I had a brainstorm, I had an idea, and I got this thing here, and you see it's basically the doors of Jurassic Park. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the package. You get a couple of die-cast vehicles. All right, so you get a Jeep Wrangler and a Ford Explorer Electric Edition, spare no expense. And then you have these great doors here, all right? And what I didn't know it came with is over on this side, it has the back door. Now, it didn't come with this door here. I'll explain that in a minute. But it came with this back path here that attaches to the back of that other front door over there. Okay, and it comes with 3 raptors and then the eggs, and that's from Jurassic Park 3. So as you can see, I have this fence, the perimeter fence, and I have another door. It's a more simplified door than this really nice one here. Okay, this is definitely a higher quality. But this fence and door over there, that came to with a Jurassic Park Advent calendar, and then it came with a whole bunch of little dinosaurs. So, like 30 dinosaurs, I guess, for the month of December, like maybe 24. I didn't really count them. But it was an Advent calendar, and that thing was, I think the original price was $30, and I ended up getting it for like $11.99. And I just saved it for a really long time, and it came with, like a couple of years. And I had nothing to do with it. I just put it in a bag, and, it came with some cool rubbery dinosaurs that actually, some of them have articulation. And the T-Rex has a jaw that moves. So, some really nice figures in here. Actually, I can name, I think, all of them. Concavenator, Ankylosaurus, Dimetrodon, which is really not a dinosaur. It's just a really old Permian reptile. You have Ceratosaurus, which was named in a recent show, the one with the Tyrannosaurids. And you have Velociraptors, but not the feathered kind, Triceratops, but they also have Nautoceratops are up over there. Okay, this is the one. It actually only has 2 horns. He was big too, and they're kind of like longhorns. You see how they like the longhorn cows. And then we have a couple of flying reptiles, which are also not dinosaurs. So you have a pterodactyl, and I don't remember the name of that one. I know I could. I think it starts with a T also. And then we have another velociraptor. Actually, they have velociraptor. They have 3 of them. There's blue and then a couple others. And then in the corner there, Herrerasaurus. And then we have Dilophosaurus over here. Okay, and yeah. Okay, so that's pretty. That's oh, and then we have a Troceoraptor over here. Okay, I hope I'm saying all those right. I'm not looking at the names of the right in front of me. But anyway, so it comes with all those, right, Stegosaurus, and I just thought, well, I think I can make this into Jurassic Park. So what I did is I took another piece of insulation foam, I painted it, and I caulked underneath. Now you got to be careful which glues you use with foam because a lot of them have solvents and they eat away the foam. Caulk will not eat away the foam. But I also took some long screws and screwed up through this piece of foam into this piece of foam. So 2 screws up into it from the bottom. So that's securing it while the glue dries as well. I also glued this down with caulk, okay, because caulk is an adhesive. Oh, and also, look, I have this Matchbox edition, Mosasaurus, which came with an underwater, search and rescue or search and grab a mosasaur submarine. And then I also have, this is also Matchbox, right? Remember the wheel thing in the Jurassic World movie? So they have that, that. All right, so all of that is in there. And then I just took these latex paints that I got from the dollar store and Dollar Tree, actually. They have some really great, pretty big paints. I get a lot of use out of them. And I'm going to show you that because I made a lot of foam displays this week for various dinosaurs. I just had time off and I just wanted to, I don't know, have at it. So you can open the doors here, and then I drew a path. So you have your cobblestone or very difficult path that goes up around and goes through all the dinosaurs. The flying reptiles actually had a little hole in the bottom to stick like a nail into, and so I didn't have to damage them, and I just kind of like they're soft plastic, and just kind of push that up in there, and then stick the nail into the foam. And the thing about this foam is you can stick a lot of nails in it. So what I did on the fence is I drilled through it. I just got a drill bit that was the width of one of these finishing nails, and just drilled through most of them, and just pushed the nail through the plastic and the hole I made and into the foam, and you can see it's quite secure. I didn't glue down any of the dinosaurs because I can play with them or use this for a different display. And there you go. I have Brachiosaurus. The Brachiosaurus is cool too. He has some articulation in there, a joint. I painted a little waterway, as you can see here. So, and then the foam itself kind of lent itself to having like caves. So I just took some black paint, and whenever, quite frequently, I made darkened caves in various spots. I can show you another one of those. Yeah, so in here, so I put a cave there, and I put a cave there, and I put a cave here. And if the foam gets damaged, all you have to do is hit it with some paint, and that's fine, And that's actually what happened here. A piece of foam got ripped out, and I just touched it up with some green paint, dark green paint. So there you go. I made my own Jurassic Park very inexpensively, with just some foam, insulation foam that I had sitting around, and had some extra spray foam, and that's it. A few screws and some caulk, and just glue things down, and there you go. And if you can always just secure things, just drill a hole through and then put a finishing nail right into the foam and hold things together. So here you go. You can see this side here. Whoop. All right, and then of course you can play with your mosasaur over there, you know, and then you can pretend that, oh, one of the dinosaurs, he fell down and the mosasaur is going to get him, you know. So see, there's all kinds of ways that you can have adventures with this. But what's really nice is, to be able to display your toys in an inexpensive and creative way. And if you have the room, it's just great to have something like this out, right? And you can just come back to it, and you can expand it if you want. Oh, I also wanted to tell you, see, I just drilled through this and I put a couple of finishing nails, so that one I didn't glue down at all. So, and there you go. And then those doors open. So if they need a way out, right, I made the path so they can come back out. So, all right. Well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. And I will show you all these other foam displays I made. I made like 7 more. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care.